So hello, mate. What brings you here?
Well, I'm a journalist from Sussex Byline, so I'm here just to cover the protest itself. I'm not in support of it, obviously. I'm just here for a little chin wag with the old folk down here, just see what they're up to. Yeah.
So Sussex Byline, is that related to Byline Times?
It's part of Byline's network.
Okay. And so what's your perspective on it? What have you gathered here in terms of your views?
People are very concerned about the impact on the local community. I think it is quite a right-wing project, I would say, this protest is. I think it's framed often from a perspective
Just
of
talk to me if you
to you, not to the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I think that it's framed to be a kind of concern about the community, but I think really people are angry because the economy is in a state. For the last 10 years, you've had some terrible Tory austerity from the Conservative right-wing government. And now those things are coming home to roost. People are angry because their lives are terrible at this point. The economy.
Is that what people here are telling you?
That is some of the things they've been telling me. They've been telling me they're concerned about the economy. If you ask them that they're in favour of a wealth tax, they are in support of that. But there's this sort of like lack of cognition between what the cause of the problem is and how their anger is being made in response to that. People are angry and they're blaming immigration and the housing of migrants in Crowborough. But actually the problem is economic issues that have come down to austerity. People know that, but there's not quite a link being made. I think that's to do with the way the media portrays it.
It's interesting because I've talked to a lot of people here and they've all said their concern is for the safety of their kids, for the safety of the families. So how do you how do you make that link between the economics and the concern about having immigrants in the town?
Well, I think if you look at a sort of neoliberal project where everyone's encouraged to think of themselves as an individual and not a community, which started off with Thatcher, obviously, in the 80s.
But these people are a community. They're saying we don't want people in our community who are going to potentially be a threat to our children.
Yeah.
So it is a community thing, surely.
It may very well be, but if you look at it, it's a sort of us versus them attitude, isn't it? If you go back to the Rivers of Blood speech from Enoch Powell back in the day, do you know what I mean? There's this framing of an us versus them attitude, isn't there? You always see it. It's either the unions, it could be immigrants, it can be LGBTQ people. It's a divide within society. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks.
These people being framed as the enemy, and they're certainly not the enemy. The enemy is the super rich, who we need to be taxing more.
Why are the super rich the enemy?
Because they're hoarding wealth, and when you have that wealth hoarded in the economy, normal folk, these people here who are suffering on a day-to-day basis, don't have access to that money, and that's the problem.